And for a first-hand account of the Ukrainian point of view on tonight's developments, let's bring in a member of Ukraine's parliament, Alexei Goncharenko. He is live in Kiev, where it is Thursday morning. Sir, can you tell us how you're doing tonight and what's the mood there in the city?
Hello, I cannot say good morning, unfortunately. There are explosions around the city. Our military infrastructure, airports are bombed. And it's not only about Kiev, it's Odessa, Kharkiv, Mariupol. It's the big cities of the country and smaller cities too. So we have a full-scale attack on Ukraine using heavy artillery and aviation and rockets. So just that is the situation. Can I address the American society now? I just want to ask you to push your government to put the toughest possible sanctions against Putin now. I'm speaking about SWIFT. Russia should be out of world economy. I'm speaking about ban on Russian oil and gas. That's something which can stop Russia, because more than half of Russia budget is oil and gas. That's all. That's just a very big gas station of the world. And it should be stopped now, because they are killing innocent people just in these minutes. And also, I want to ask American government to help us to provide non-fly zone over Ukraine. I understand that nobody will fight for Ukraine on the ground. We are ready to fight for ourselves. We are a proud nation and strong nation. But we need help in the skies, because Russia is, you understand, it's much more powerful in the skies. So we need just non-fly zone just to give us opportunity to fight on the land. That's what is very important for the moment.
Let me ask you as well, sir. There have been a lot of conversations about what aid has been provided to the Ukrainian people so you could equip yourself or be ready. Are you ready on that front? What else could you use if that aid can get to you now?
It's hard to be ready for things like this. By the way, it's not about only Ukraine. I think that we are moving. It can finish the Third World War. With the Third World War, it's absolutely clear. So the danger is for the whole world, and Putin is not going to stop. Are we ready? We are ready to fight. We have received a lot of military equipment last time, but this equipment, everything is about fighting on the land. But which is very important. Sorry for repeating, but what is very important is the skies. So we need this assistance now. And also, I want to address Ukrainian diaspora in the United States. There are many of them. Please go to Russian representatives, to embassies. Please contact your senators, congressmen, governors. We need your support now.
Very difficult to watch. As we had one of our reporters there just moments ago, we hear the church bells ringing in, mingled in with explosions there. Did you anticipate that this first wave from Russia would be so comprehensive, not just in one spot or just on the fringes of the border, but much more widespread?
Certainly nobody knew it, but there were American intelligence telling this to the world, and we appreciate this. So unfortunately, it happened this way. I don't know what to add. Putin is mad. He is Hitler of 21st century. He should be stopped now, or he will go forward. He will not stop on Ukraine. Sorry, but he will not stop.
You mentioned the very toughest sanctions possible, excluding Russia from places like the SWIFT banking, from oil and gas, things that are critical to the Russian economy. Just last week, a top Russian official and ambassador said, essentially, they don't give a blank about sanctions. It won't make a difference. Are you convinced that there are sanctions that can be levied that will get their attention at this point?
Yes, I'm sure that SWIFT, I'm sure that ban on Russian oil and gas, that's something that will stop them. They couldn't afford the economy. They couldn't afford their living without selling of oil and gas. And every barrel of oil and every cubic meter of gas, which is now bought from Russia, is something which is paid by our Ukrainian blood. It's just, you should understand this. And today it's our Ukrainian blood. Tomorrow it will be blood of other nations. So the toughest possible sanctions now. Not like these packages, oh, maybe tomorrow one more package, or the day after tomorrow. The most possible toughest sanctions now.
Sir, what is the reality for you there now, your loved ones, your family, your neighbors? What's your plan in Kiev?
I am here. I will fight for my country. Now we will have an extraordinary gathering of the parliament. We will provide the military state in the country. That is my plan. That's what I should do as an MP. Yes, I have family, I have wife, I have 2 children. I certainly worry about them. But I am not alone. Such millions of Ukrainian families now. We are on the same position. So that it's very worrying, but we are ready to fight.
Your president spoke tonight not just to the Ukrainian people, but also in Russian, addressing the Russian people, making an appeal to them. What would be your message to the Russian people, not the leaders, but the people this morning?
Russian people should stop this killer. Putin is killing them too. And they should go to the street. They should not be afraid of, because if they will be afraid of, it's like a Hitler. One was afraid, then second, then third. You know this story. When they came for one, I was in silence. Then when they came for a second, I was in silence. That's the situation. And Russian soldiers will now die in Ukraine. I don't believe that Russian mothers want this to happen. So I address the Russian people to stop their mad dictator now. They can do it. They can go on the street. They should show that they are against of war. One more very important point. Ukraine is not attacking anyone. Ukraine is the only nation in the human history which gave up the nuclear arsenal, the third biggest nuclear arsenal in the world, in 1994, with guarantees of the United States, United Kingdom, and Russian Federation. Where are these guarantees? Now we are bombed and killed, and we don't have any more nuclear weapon. What is the message to the world now? Just never believe in the guarantees. Just have a nuclear power or wherever weapons you can have. That's an awful message to the world. That's something which everybody on the planet will pay for. So that's a really crucial moment.
You mentioned the possibility of a parliamentary meeting. I mean, would that be physically possible? What is the plan for holding together the Ukrainian government, of which you're a member at this point?
I'm ending now interview with you. I am moving to our parliament, and I believe that we can do it if we would not have a possibility to do it in the building of the parliament. We will gather in another place, because I think that the parliament should make several decisions about, first of all, about military state in the country, address to the world, and to show Ukrainian society that we have authorities in Ukraine, that we are not running, that we are not capitulating, that we are on the place. I think for millions of people in Ukraine and out of Ukraine, that is important.
So there's some reports that President Zelensky may be instituting martial law there in Ukraine. Can you speak to that at all, whether that's accurate and what it may do to impact the situation one way or another?
Martial law?
Yes.
You mean, sorry, I'm not native English speaker. Martial law is a military state?
Essentially, yeah, on the streets there.
Yeah. So yes, martial law. Yesterday we voted for extraordinary state in the whole country. That gives the authorities special possibilities. But now we need to go further, because the situation is that is a big war now. Yesterday it was not, but today it is.
Okay, we've been speaking with Ukrainian Member of Parliament Alexei Goncharenko. We thank you for your time. The world across the board is condemning what has happened there in Ukraine, and we are watching moment by moment, praying for the innocent people who are involved. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.